Marian coach Tony Draves, a big sweep today for the Sabres over the Lakeland Muskies, 5-3, and then walk them off with 2 in the bottom of the 8th in game 2, 6-5. Coaches, talk about how big this sweep was.
Yeah, it's huge. We're kind of lumped up with about 4 or 5 other teams, and we get a chance today and tomorrow to play them. So hopefully you start to put yourself in a little bit better position after the weekend's over.
Coach, game 1, you guys were trailed until I think it was the 5th, where you put a 3 spot up in the 5th and then 1 in the bottom of the 6th to kind of steal a victory there. Talk about game 1.
Yeah, game 1 we didn't make great adjustments at the plate early, and then kind of the third time through it started to click a little bit, and we really started to square balls up and put them in play hard.
Game 2, you got 2 in the first, and then you kind of couldn't you couldn't score, I guess, until late, and you finally got a walk-off in the 8th.
Yeah, we hit some balls hard.
Yeah.
I thought we deserved a little better in the second game. They were just kind of that's Taylor with the walk-off. Taylor hit some balls hard today, right at people. She did the same thing earlier in the week. She's kind of been squaring everything up right now and hitting it pretty hard, just kind of been at people.
Coach, Ellie Fox at the top of the order got on base 9 out of 10 times today.
She's just a pain. She's a pain to pitch to. She's a pain to defend, and I'm really glad she's wearing our colors, not someone else.
She set the stolen base record today, career stolen base record as well for the Sabres.
Yeah, well deserved. Well deserved. Great athlete. Really understands the game well and plays awfully hard.
Coach, people talk about Allie at the plate, but her second base is as good as anybody in the NAC.
She has really separated herself this year, and when we sat down at the end of last season, she and the beginning of this season, she had some goals defensively, some things that she wanted to do, and she's worked very hard at it. She really spends a lot of time on the defensive end of the game.
Coach Meagher today got 3 hits in game number 2, including 1 in the 6th in game 2 to tie it up, yeah. And then you talk about her and her effort.
She gets better every day. I mean, she's a great kid. She really learns from our older players, and she continues to get better every day.
Sabres sweep a doubleheader from Lakeland. Here's Coach Tony Draves.
Thank you.
Sabres get the sweep today over Lakeland. Game 1, they got some hits late and won 5-3. Game 2, a 6-5 walk-off. We'll start with game 2. Taylor Lauscher, you got the walk-off to cap off a 2-run rally. Talk about it.
Well, I owe a lot of it to Lindsay Schreinis because she hit that liner up the middle, and without her, nothing would have really happened. So a lot of that's up to her. And then, yeah, I just went up there, hit it as hard as I could, and I guess it worked out.
Have you had many walk-offs in your career?
This would be my second.
Yeah, how about Andrea? Talk about, you came up to the plate in a big spot as well, I think in the 6th with your team down, and you were able to knock in the tying run. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I've kind of been struggling to hit the ball a little bit harder, so I just thought, make contact with the ball and it'll go.
So you got 3 hits today in game 2. You feel a little bit better?
Yeah, I feel a lot better.
Allie Fox, you got on base 9 out of 10 times today through the doubleheader. Just talk about your day.
It was a really good day at the plate. It helped facing Leah in high school in the game too. It was just nice to get on 9 times today.
I was going to say, have you ever been on 9 times in a doubleheader?
I don't think so.
And talk about your defense today too. You already had a chance to make some nice plays at second as well today. Is that something you take pride in?
It's definitely something Lindsay and I kind of compete for, trying to make plays against each other, so it's nice to make the plays.
For any of you, how big was it? It's a couple of games where you had to have late inning rallies to come back and win. How big is that for this team as you head down the home stretch?
I think it gives us a lot of momentum because if we go those innings without runs, it kind of brings us, not necessarily down, but you're just kind of like, we want to hit, and so it's good to know we can do the late inning rally.
How big is this weekend now? You picked up 2 today. How big is Wisconsin Lutheran tomorrow as they come to town?
It's definitely big. They're right in the pack with us. Same with Lakeland. So getting 2 wins today really helped us, and getting 2 more will help us separate us a little bit.
Sabres sweep Lakeland today at Smith Field. You can find out more about Marian softball at saberathletics.com.